So there's only a few days of 2025 left, and I'm not looking forward to the next tech gadget. I am actually looking back in history. I'm looking at a global collection of history, from American hard chase black rubber to Italian resin. These are the 8 pens that I'm going to use to write the final pages of my year. So I'm going to reflect on 2025 by reflecting back a bit on the last 100 years of fountain pens. So first we've got the American and British veterans, the 1920s to the 1940s. Now we're going to start in 1920s America. This is hard chase black rubber, and I actually restored this myself. This is the Parker Lucky Curve. I found this pen in a junk collection of just random pens from eBay that I got for $50 when I was wanting to learn how to restore vintage pens. I didn't realize what I had. It just looked like it was pretty dirty. It just looked like a black mess. And it was only with some careful detective work and pulling it all to pieces that I actually found it's the Parker Lucky Curve from about the 1920s. It's got a beautiful gold nib. There's a little bit of flex there. You get quite good line variation. And so I've really enjoyed getting that back to writing. I've got him inked up with nothing less than Parker Quink, of course. So I've popped a new sack in, I've put a new pressure bar in, I've slightly polished it. Probably could have a little bit more work, but I'm pretty happy with this. I think of the 4 pens for $50, basically it cost me $12.50 plus a bit for the pressure bar, which I got from Pendragon. It's just such a great feeling getting a piece of history like this Parker Lucky Curve back writing again. So crossing the Atlantic to Leicester in England, we've got the Wyvern. It's a Wyvern Prefect. It's a humble, beautiful copper lever fill pen. And in the 40s, these were the reliable tools of the British workforce. So this one I did buy already restored. It's got a tiny little gold nib, but it writes so beautifully. You'll be getting a demo of all of these pens writing very shortly. Next, we go into the golden era of modern fountain pens, the 1950s, the Pelikan 400 and the Conway Stewart 475. So first of all, the Pelikan, the German Pelikan with its famous tortoise shell, its piston, and the British Conway Stewart. Did you know that Winston Churchill swore by this brand? The 14-carat nib on this 475 has a flexibility that modern steel nibs just simply can't replicate. So now we're moving to the 70s to the 90s, the Japanese and German icons. So I've got this little Pilot Rose from the Flower series. It's a pocket pen. It's from the 1970s. It's got a fine 14-carat gold sort of inlaid nib. I don't know, what do you call that? Inlaid? I've inked this in Pilot Yamabudo, of course. I couldn't think of any other color. It's got beautiful roses around it. It's a very, very elegant little pen, and we'll do a writing demonstration of that, but that's from the 70s. And the Montblanc 149. I'll show you a close-up. Look for the C on the nib. That's a sign that it's one of the older, more flexible nibs. I bought this from the pen show in Singapore from one of the Japanese second-hand pen retailers. That C marks a specific era in German manufacturing that collectors hunt for because of its unique feel. I really like writing with this pen too. Fast forward to August 1996. This is the Pilot Maki-e. I know the exact month, August 1996, because it's marked on the nib. They have a unique nib numbering system. So just down here we'll see 896, and that denotes that it's August 1996. This has got a 14-carat gold nib. This is a beautiful Maki-e, and it just shows that Japan never stopped treating pens as fine art. This one is inked in Jehoban Iroshizuku in it. I hope I'm saying that right. this is a beautiful pen to write with as well. So this is the Delta Gallery in Marigold. Might be the youngest pen here, but it carries a lot of spirit. It's got that beautiful Italian, Mediterranean style resin. It's bold, it's bright. It's got a beautiful 18 karat gold nib, and it's the perfect way to add some color to my December reflection. I've got this inked in Lamy Crystal Ink Peridot. So why use these old tools in 2005? Well, they remind us that things of quality endure. And as I write my 2025 reflections, I'm using safe time-tested inks as well, no shimmers or harsh chemicals near my beautiful vintage pens. And with the vintage ink sacs, I won't be using any of the more modern, like the Pilot Iroshizuku inks, because they are quite damaging to the ink sac. The Pilot here that I have in Iroshizuku Yamabudo, this actually has a converter in it, so it's safe to use. The others, it's only J. Urban, Waterman or Parker Quink that I'm going to use. So thank you. 1920s Parker Maki-e curve. This is a semi sort of flex nib. It's beautiful to write with. It's black chase hard rubber. I don't know if you can catch that on there. There's no nib size, but the nib does say Lucky Curve. That's really all it's got on there. It's inked with Parker Blue Quink. So I don't really have any complaints with this. I kind of love it. It's pretty good. Moving forward to the 30s and 40s, we've got the Wyvern Prefect. Not to be confused, it's not the Wyvern Perfect. It's from the 1940s, UK. It's made in Leicester. And it has a pretty, oh my goodness. It has the Griffin logo on the nib. Oh, I don't think I've filtered enough. That puts it to pre-1954. It's a lever fill, and the nib is soft and pretty flexible. And it's inked with J. Urban Cafe de Elle. So again, this is, I really love the way this pen writes. Beautiful. Moving into the 40s and 50s, we've got the Pelikan 400 in tortoise shell. It's semi-translucent. This has got a medium gold nib. It's a 14 karat. And it's inked with J. Urban Bleu Calanque. One of my favorites. The line variation's really nice as well. I love this one too. Conway Stewart 475 in blue marble. It's a beautiful writer. It's got a gold nib. 14. Okay, it's a lever fill. Sorry, the Pelikan, of course, is a piston fill. And the ink is Diamine, Imperial Blue. So it puts a lot of ink down and you get this beautiful line variation, which gets a love heart as well. Moving into the 70s, we've got the Pilot little pocket pen. So we've got the Pilot pocket pen Flowers series. It's not that flexible, this fine nib. It's got a fine nib. It's 14 karat gold. What else can I tell you about it? It's inked with Pilot Yamabudo, but it's got a converter, so I'm not overly worried. That's a beautiful fine line. Not really much in the way of line variations, a little bit of bounce, but it's a beautiful pen. So now we've got the Montblanc 149. This has got, I'm not sure about this, I think it's a medium. It's got the 14C nib, just means it's a little bit different to some of the, this is where the black ink's coming from. I didn't wipe it off properly. Apologies, I shall try to keep my hands out of view if possible. The ink is Waterman Encre Noir Intense Black, which seems to be very hard to wash off, I'm afraid, and maybe it's not leaking. I think maybe I didn't wipe it properly off the grip. It's a piston fill. Speaking of grip and mess, it wouldn't normally be very messy, but because of the way I've filled it in a hurry, it is very messy, I'm afraid. It's got a little bit of a bounce. And this is probably pre-1990s. I'd love any information on that anyone can give me. Okay, so now I've got 2 to go. So I'm going to flip the page. Look, I have often said of some ink colours that I really, really like, oh, I love this ink colour so much, I could bath in it, and it does look like that's what I've done today. But I can assure you I haven't. So I've washed up with Gumption and the Australian equivalent of Dawn dishwashing liquid, which is Morning Fresh. Anyone got any tips on how to get these really bad black inks out? Please fire away. All right. Whoopsie, this is a pull. Now we have the Pilot Maki-e. This is from August 1996, and I know this because of the nib. And it's this is a medium nib. We've got the flying cranes, which are just stunning. They just look, if I do it like this, it looks like they're flying. This is inked in J. Urban Iroshizuku. I love this color. This is just artistry. This is so beautiful. So I'll just show you it. It's got a little bit of feedback and a bit of bounce. Not a lot of line variation, but again, this is one to love. And finally, we've got my big girl, my Delta Gallery in Marigold. She's got a medium with an 18K gold nib. So smooth, there's hardly any feedback at all with this. The ink is Lamy Crystal Ink Series, Peridot. She lays down so much ink, it's beautiful. And again, a little bit of bounce, a little bit of line variation. What's not to love about this? So, they're my vintage pens that I'm going to be taking forward into 2026. The last things I'm going to ink up, I would say, for the year. Thank you. Thank you for joining me on this roundup of my vintage pens to finish off 2025s. These are the last ones I'll link up for the year. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed my vintage pen roundup for the end of the year. I wish you all a wonderful and peaceful new year.